Because we talk about beefs and things. Let's get into a new beef. Lana Del Rey and Ethel Cain apparently are beefing on social media. So I was sitting there doing this deep dive because, yeah, Onyx, this is for you because he hit me up. I was like, can you do this whole thing on Ethel Cain, Lana Del Rey? I'm like, what the hell's going on? So I happen to do this thing. And look, one of the things I do want to try out and stuff is if y'all recommend a topic I'm not necessarily familiar with or excited about whatever case. Maybe I shouldn't say excited because then it makes it sound like I'm just going through emotions. Which if I'm going to sit here and do a topic, I'm gonna invest. So, Ethel Cain apparently has been shading Lana Del Rey for years. I didn't even know their beef went so like far back years, like even down to the whole thing of when Lana Del Rey did a shift at a Waffle House, and it was thought it was for experimental purposes. I didn't know think she was harder for cash. But I didn't know. I thought like, okay, she was doing some type of experiment that she wanted to work and see what it's like for regular people to work as well. No, she was shading Ethel Cain. I had no idea this was all that was on between these two girls. But apparently, yeah, these girls have been beefing for years. And so let's get into this deep dive. So, in an unexpected turn of events, it seems the singer Lana Del Rey and Ethel Cain are butting heads online. Now, on Thursday, that be today, Ray uploaded a snippet of a song off her upcoming album to Instagram. And in the song, I can't play it because it plays the music and I don't want to get demonetized. But she's singing Ethel Cain hated my Instagram post. Think it's cute reenacting my Chicago pose. So the lyrics, confused fans, many of whom were confused as to why she mentioned Cain in the first place. But it seemed like others were in on this seemingly long simmering drama going on between the two singer-songwriters, and it looks like a man is at the center of it. So let's take a trip back to 2022. So apparently Ray took a picture with her ex-boyfriend, Jack Donahue, outside of the Cook County Jail. And I do remember that picture. And not too soon after, Cain posted a photo of herself with Donahue. And they were out in the mountains. Now, I do have that picture. Hold on, because, we got receipts. I stay coming with a receipt. So it was this picture. And she puts Lana Del Rey shades ex-boyfriend Jake Donahue and singer Ethel Cain in new snippet. And it said, and as the one I posted in regards to that. So yeah, you see the picture here with Lana with her man outside the prison. That's not the one she married though, right? And then you see Ethel Cain, the same one. I'm like, y'all about here, y'all hunting the same dude, or was y'all at the same time? So there's that. Then in the song, Ray also sings the most famous girl in the Waffle House. I don't regret it. The most famous girl at the Waffle House. Now, many people think that this is a nod to a 2022 profile in the New York Times of Cain was titled The Most Famous Girl at the Waffle House. Just a year later, Ray worked a shift, as we just talked about, at a Waffle House as a publicity stunt that many are now considering to be shade towards Cain's stint in the restaurant chain. Then, after that snippet was uploaded, because we got that one too. I told her I came with the receipts. So we got that one. And then there's this article where they had the most famous girl in the Waffle House. And it was like the singer-songwriter Ethel Cain has an elaborate vision of becoming a different kind of pop star. She's doing it from rural Alabama. And said, quote, I don't want to be a celebrity. This is what she said recently ahead of her release of her debut album, Preacher's Daughter. I had no idea that was kind of like her whole situation, that she's from Alabama. And then you see this picture of Lana Del Rey in a Waffle House cosplaying as a waitress. So yeah, with all of that being said, a lot of people feel like, oh, she was throwing shade. Then it was this one from, oh yeah, we got more. I told you, there's a lot of receipts. So then after the snippet, she took her Instagram story to say that Ray blocked her on the platform. This is what Cain said, saying that Lana was allegedly made aware of this through Jack Donahue, who was friends with Ethel Cain. Lana reacted to this information by recording a diss track that we all know now as All About Ethel. This is a play on a film by a similar name called All About Eve. So she's basically out here trying to say, and if y'all know the history of All About Eve, it was sort of like, and it was similar also, like when you watch the movie Showgirls, which I already know is one of my favorite movies of the 90s and of all time. Like I have many of faves. Showgirls is one of my favorite. People think I be making like I'm being funny. No, I love Showgirls because it's a mess. It's messy. It's campy. And it's got the element of All About Eve in there. Shout out to Joan Crawford, who was in the original All About Eve. But in this situation, what she's trying to say is it's giving very much Madonna, Lady Gaga, or Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, whatever you want to call it. But you have your ingenue who's trying to overtake, like push you out the way and try to become the next big version of who you started out as. And that, I think, is what is the root of all of this that is going on, where Lana Del Rey feels like Ethel Cain is trying to come for her position. But I'm like, no shade. Is Lana Del Rey that girl? Because here's the thing, and it's weird how I'm even talking about this. So yesterday, I was actually, I don't know if I was on my way home, but I remember the song came on. Lana Del Rey popped up on my playlist. Like National Anthem came on. I love that song. National Anthem popped on. I was up in there just going with it because I like Lana Del Rey. So there's no shade towards her. But if this is the whole thing with Ethel, you trying to jump on this situation and bring attention to your music when you out here trying to say you don't want to be a pop star, like I'm starting to look at you a little side-eyed. And then they also brought up the whole, wait, let me open this up because there was a comment situation where oh yeah, so I got it. So there was like Lana was allegedly made aware of this through Jack Donahue, who was friends with Ethel. And then in the comments, they were like, I didn't know who Ethel was until a few years ago when someone brought to my attention the disturbing and graphic side-by-side images she would often put up of me next to unflattering creatures and cartoon characters making constant comments about my weight. I was confused as at what she was getting at. Then when I heard that what she was saying behind closed doors to mutual friends and started inserting herself into my personal life, I was definitely disturbed. You think her being a preacher's daughter, that makes you a little, a lot of you people out here, y'all be weird with all of that. So yeah, Lana posted that on her Twitter. And then, so then Pop Bass actually jumped in on the situation too. And yeah, she said that she was disturbed by everything. Child. Yo, I'm gonna read y'all the comments in a couple of seconds. That had me cackling. So yeah, now they're showing the 1950 movie All About Eve, which I absolutely love, and they say it's all about women and their men. Now, from the moment she glimpses her idol at the stage door, Eve Harrington is determined to take the reins of power away from the great actress Margot Channing. Eve maneuvers her way into Margot's Broadway role, becomes a sensation, and even causes turmoil in the lives of Margot's director boyfriend, her playwright, and his wife. Only the cynical drama critic sees through Eve, admiring her audacity and perfect pattern of deceit. So, yeah, there's a lot of that where they feel like Ethel Cain is literally trying to pull some type of stunt where she's asserting herself into Lana Del Rey's life because she wants Lana's life. This is according to what she's alluding to, which they did say that they might be okay. So now let's get into which is like the whole Cardi B, Nicki Minaj comparisons and all that other stuff. Now, speaking of which, somebody actually did kind of throw Nicki and them in this situation because one person under the comments said this is like Nicki versus Cardi for depressed bitches. Somebody said Ethel is a man. I'm like, Ethel's trans? But if they are, that transphobic shit, form it into a dildo and shove it up your ass, all of that is unnecessary. Now, and then that person goes, bro, Ethel literally got exposed for her racist, disturbing rants and hatred, but you guys still continue to support her and stream. I swear YT women never get canceled. I didn't even know about that. Is Ethel out here being racist? And then another person said the only thing Lana Del Rey did wrong here was using she, her pronouns for Ethel. Let's not do that. Another person said the music industry turns women against each other while men get away with worse behavior daily. Well, not that Queen Drake, because she's still out here windmilling hard trying to take down this whole UMG and Not Like Us and all this drama that's still going on with him and Kendrick. And I'm just like, I'm over it with that mess. So there's bitch assness on men's side too. And another person, and people don't believe me when I say Ethel Cain is racist and a misogynist. And then they got this picture, was hilarious. They said, get that bitch Lana. Hold on, because I'm like, let me see if I can pull that up for y'all to see. That just made me crack up. Yeah, it was this picture when they said that. It was like, get that bitch Lana. And it's about Lana pulling her by the hair. But look, let me see if there's any more to add to it, because this is a lot of drama for why? Beats me. Like I said, it could be like some, like she said, all about Eve's situation. But yeah, they're talking about this goes all the way back to 2018 when Cain was posting on the Curious Cat platform. What the hell is a Curious Cat? And where have I been? And uploaded some racist posts that were recently resurfaced, and she since apologized for it. In 2020, she began to criticize Ray online and in interviews after people have repeatedly compared the two artists. Now, here's the thing. Um, there might be some similarities with their music a bit. No shade, but I'm still here for Lana Del Rey because Lana Del Rey is the originator of what she does. So I'm team Lana in regards to like whose side I'm on musically. This drama, y'all need to just chop it, let it go. Or maybe what y'all need to do is pull a Charlie XCX Lord type situation and do a collab, do a remix of this diss track, and let bygones be bygones. Because you know what, we love the fact that she brought Lord onto her remix of "Girl." There's always higher than your girl. Girl, so confusing. It's like I'm glad that they worked their whole situation out. We've all moved on. We love the new Lord album. We love the Charlie XCX record and all that good stuff. So they put their situation to bed, and I think you girls need to do the same thing. However, I don't think that'll ever happen. So we'll see. But I say all this to say to you guys, what do you think of this crazy story regarding these two white girls beefing, white girl cat fight? So whatever your thoughts are, y'all know what to do. Let me know in the comments down below.